This isn't the kind of story you forget. It's the one that keeps replaying in your mind at 2 a.m. If you're ready for the truth no one expected, make sure to hit subscribe. And if any part of this resonates, leave a like and share your thoughts in the comments. Stories like this need to be heard. They assumed she would silently accept it and move on. But Emily Parker had finally reached her limit of being the fallback option. It started after a tense family dinner at Blue Haven Bistro, a cozy little spot in Vermont. Emily's phone buzzed unexpectedly, a message lighting up the screen. "Sorry, Em. Tough cuts for the guest list. You get it. Love you." No phone call. No explanation. Just those cold words that felt like a slap. Emily stared, the glow of the screen blurring her vision as she read the message over and over, waiting for some follow-up that never came. A lump formed in her throat, a mix of disbelief and betrayal tightening her chest. This wasn't some distant acquaintance. This was her sister, the one who had driven across town in the middle of the night to help her move, covered bills when she had no income, held her through every heartache and tear-stained breakup. This can't be real. Her trembling fingers dialed her mother. "Nora, I just got a text from Ashley," Emily said, her voice tight. She didn't invite me to her wedding." A long pause on the other end, then her mother's sigh, heavy with dismissal. "It's just a wedding, Em. Don't blow out of proportion." Emily repeated the words under her breath, disbelief lacing every syllable. "Just a wedding? I'm her sister. How am I not on the guest list?" Her mother's tone was light, almost casual. They had to keep it small. Emily's voice rose. "Small? Ashley's got 120 people tagged on Instagram." Nora chuckled, but grated on Emily like nails on a chalkboard. "Weddings are expensive. Honey, maybe she thought you wouldn't care." Wouldn't care. The words hit like a hammer. All those nights Emily had been there, moving furniture in freezing rain, paying rent she'd never see again, staying up past midnight listening to Ashley sob over exes while her own coffee went cold. Always present, always helping. And now, she wasn't even worth a chair at Ashley's perfect day. "Stop overreacting," her mother added, sharp practiced, the tone Emily knew all too well. "It's one day. You're making it bigger than it is." The pattern was painfully clear. Push back, get dismissed, wait for a half-hearted apology, forgive, rinse, repeat. But not this time. Something inside Emily shifted. A quiet determination settled in her bones. If she wasn't going to be included, she wasn't going to be their go-to-fixer either. "I have to go," she said flatly, cutting the call before her mother could respond. She set the phone down on the wooden table, feeling the chill through her fingertips. Rejection stung, but it quickly hardened into resolve. She didn't need to sit at home while Ashley played bride in a gown, probably paid for by Emily's generosity. Opening her laptop, the screen illuminated her apartment, pushing back the dim gloom. If Ashley had her flawless wedding, Emily would craft a week of her own, somewhere warm, vibrant, far away from this mess. She scrolled through photos of resorts in the Maldives. Every image more mesmerizing than the last. Emerald lagoons, overwater bungalows, skies so impossibly blue they seemed painted. This wasn't just a vacation, it was a statement. Shoulders easing, years of obligations lifting off her chest. She clicked on a 5-star resort with glass floors, a private infinity pool, and a personal chef. The price was high, but after Ashley's betrayal, she wasn't holding back. First-class flights with a window seat were added without hesitation. She even reserved a sunset catamaran tour for her first night. This wasn't about escape. It was about reclaiming her worth. The confirmation pinged in her inbox, and a grin spread across her face. She saved a photo of the resort, white waves lapping at a wooden deck. To post later. Timing would be everything. By morning, her suitcase overflowed with sundresses, a wide-brimmed straw hat, and sandals that screamed vacation. She tucked in a few sparkling earrings, indulgent reminders that this trip was hers, fully and unapologetically 2 days later. While Ashley fussed endlessly over flower arrangements, Emily was at the airport, chai latte in hand and boarding pass ready, the sharp tang of jet fuel in the air. As her plane lifted off, she snapped a picture. legs stretched in first class, sparkling Prosecco in her glass, clouds glowing beneath her. Caption, cut from the guest list, thriving anyway, like started pouring in before the plane even leveled out. Her cousin Lauren sent a fire emoji. Her former roommate texted, Slay Queen. Even Aunt Diane chimed in, You absolutely deserve this. Somewhere over the ocean, her phone buzzed. Nora, where are you? Emily smirked and muted it. Upon landing, a driver in a crisp white shirt handed her a chilled coconut water. The car glided along a palm-lined coastal road, the air thick with the scent of sea salt and jasmine. The resort that awaited her was like something out of a dream. An open-air lobby with teak beams, the soft hum of the ocean in the background. Her bungalow floated above the turquoise lagoon, glass floors revealing colorful fish darting beneath. Standing on her private deck, the breeze tugging at her hair, she thought, Ashley can have her wedding. I've got this. On Ashley's wedding day, Emily awoke to sunlight spilling through her shutters, the lagoon sparkling like scattered jewels. She ordered breakfast, mango pancakes, fresh coconut, coffee so rich it made every cup back home taste dull. She dined barefoot on her deck, the warm wood beneath her feet, the horizon stretching endlessly. Meanwhile, back in Vermont, Ashley was probably posing for pictures, Nora fussing with Vale, someone panicking over a late vendor. Emily's coffee tasted sweeter, imagining the chaos. By mid-morning, while Ashley smiled for the cameras, Emily lounged by her private pool, a mojito in hand, sunglasses perched perfectly. She posted a photo. By afternoon, she indulged in a spa session. Coconut oil massage, the scent lingering on her skin, therapist's hands easing years of tension. Vermont was a distant memory. She didn't miss it at all. This was her day, her sanctuary. Hours later, as the sun began to set, her phone erupted with messages from Nora, Ashley, her cousin Brian, her Uncle Tom. She ignored them, sipping wine on her deck, the ocean breeze soft against her face. Curiosity eventually won. Nora, call me. Emergency. Emily rolled her eyes. Everything became an emergency when they wanted control. Brian, you won't believe this. Call me. Ashley, I need you. Please. The audacity made her laugh. The sound carrying over the water. They had excluded her. Yet suddenly she was indispensable. Then Brian's next message stopped her in her tracks. Groom bailed. Reception's a disaster. She blinked, rereading the text. Bailed, she typed back. Brian. Big fight during the reception. He stormed out. No one knows where. Leaning back, a sly smile spread across her face. Part of her whispered she shouldn't feel satisfaction, but the louder part reveled in it. Karma, finally doing its work. More updates followed. Tom explained that Nora and her brother Nathan had gotten into a shouting match over family appearances. Their grandmother wept, blaming Ashley for leaving Emily out. The venue had even closed the bar early after guest fights broke out. A wedding unraveling, without her to manage it. Ashley texted again, Please call. I need your help. Emily snapped a photo, wine glass in hand, lagoon glowing at dusk, and captioned it, Busy living my best life. Silence. Done. The next morning, waves lapped softly against the bungalow. Emily woke to the gentle scent of frangipani drifting through her room. Her phone lay quiet, a rare blessing. Then a message from her cousin Rachel, the only one she trusted. You're ignoring everyone, but you need this tea. Call me. You'll love it. Emily stretched on her bed, a smirk tugging at her lips, the lagoon sparkling just beyond her window. She dialed Rachel, and the line buzzed to life. Are you sitting down? Rachel's voice carried excitement. Lying back in her Maldives bungalow, Emily grinned. I'm settled. Spill it. Rachel wasted no time. The groom walked out. You know that, right? Brian told me. What happened? Emily asked, eyes wide. Rachel launched into the story. At the reception, Ashley cornered him over the guest list. Things got heated, screaming, arguing in front of everyone. And then he left. No coat, no explanation. Just gone. Emily laughed, the sound bright and free over the gentle waves. That's poetic. It gets better, Rachel said, practically buzzing with glee. Nora and Nathan ended up bickering on the dance floor, arguing over who had embarrassed the family more. Guests recorded everything, while their grandmother lost it completely, blaming Ashley for excluding you. Emily sat up, coffee in hand. Grandma said that? Oh, loud and clear, Rachel confirmed. She even called out in front of everyone. If you treated Emily right, none of this would have happened. Emily clapped her hand over her mouth to keep from spilling her drink. That's gold, she whispered. Rachel continued. Nora overheard Aunt Diane agreeing with Grandma. A full-on argument broke out. Meanwhile, Ashley was in the bridal suite, tossing champagne flutes at her bridesmaids. Emily snorted, picturing the chaos. Sounds like a reality show. Wait for it, Rachel said. Nora called the groom's mother, hoping for intervention. She got a curt reply, "This is your mess now," and the line went dead. Emily leaned back, grinning until her cheeks ached. So they're blaming me for not being there to fix it, huh? Exactly, Rachel laughed. They're claiming you have calmed him down, like you always do. Emily sipped her coffee slowly, deliberately. And the best part? I don't care. Rachel's laugh crackled through the phone. You're my hero, Em. This is legendary. She hung up and stepped onto her deck, the sun warming her skin, waves curling below. Back in Vermont, Ashley was probably scrambling to plan a makeup ceremony, Nora pacing nervously, Nathan ducking texts. Emily raised her coffee to the horizon, a silent toast to herself. Karma had done the rest. By midday, after a refreshing swim in the lagoon, her phone buzzed again. Unknown numbers flashed, likely Ashley or Nora borrowing someone else's phone. One read, "We need to talk before this gets worse." Another, "Ashley's a wreck. Call your mom." Emily laughed, startling a nearby guest. A family meeting meant being ambushed into her old role. She texted Rachel, "They're planning a discussion when I get back. I'm extending my trip." Rachel replied simply, "Iconic. Can't wait for details." 5 minutes later, Emily canceled her return flight, tacking on another week. The confirmation email sparked joy. She wasn't just avoiding conversation. She was done being the emergency contact. That evening, under a cabana, pina colada in hand, she sent one final message to Ashley and Nora. "You wanted a wedding without me? Enjoy the aftermath. I'm busy." Sent, blocked, finished. The relief was electric, like shedding a coat she'd worn for years. For long years as a family fixer, lost keys, breakups, bills, fights. No more. Dinner was a delight. Fresh seafood, crisp wine, a waiter who didn't expect anything from her. Rachel texted updates. Ashley was furious. Nora was losing it, Nathan said. Good for her. And Grandma declared a cursed wedding. Emily laughed. Cursed. Only because she wasn't there. Later, she walked along the beach, sand warm beneath her feet, moonlight spilling silver over the waves. Her mind was calm, no longer braced for someone else's disaster. On her last day, she took a sunset kayak, the sky painted pink and gold. She didn't miss the old Emily, the one who thought her purpose was fixing everyone else. That version was gone. Back in her bungalow, she sipped champagne, the ocean stretching endlessly before her. She posted one final photo, her silhouette against the sunset, captioned, "Peace is my new priority." Likes rolled in, but this one was for her alone. She raised her glass to the horizon, the waves whispering their approval. Ashley's wedding had fallen apart without her, but Emily's life was just beginning. And if you thought this story hit hard, the next one will leave you speechless. Subscribe now so you don't miss it. If this touched you, hit like and share it with someone who needs to hear it.